What's up, guys? My name is Harrison, and welcome back to the Storyteller Index, the series where we take you in depth across all the various functions on our entire vehicle lineup. In this video, we are going to be going over how to winterize the Storyteller GXV HILT. Now, normally I am behind the camera for these things, but it's a Friday and no one else is here today, so you're stuck with me. Deal with it. All right, so immediately one thing I need to communicate is that I am not able to actually winterize this HILT behind me, as we need it here in Alabama. And for those of you unfamiliar, in Alabama, the concept of cold is a little bit foreign to us, so just bear with me, but through the use of high-level Hollywood movie magic, we can still make this video. All right, so first and foremost, we don't want you guys to damage your unit. You need to be winterizing your HILT either before it is exposed to freezing temperatures, or you need to make sure you are keeping your water above freezing. All right, so how do we go about winterizing the HILT? I'm so glad you asked. That's actually why I'm making the video, so thank you for that. That makes me feel very validated. The first step you need to do is go out and obtain 4 gallons of colored, non-toxic RV grade antifreeze. Step 2, this is the hardest one, you need to open the water control cabinet. Next, let's make sure your water pump is turned off. Now, on the external water control valve, let's make sure that is turned to winterize/sanitize. We are going to connect one end of your siphon tube into that control panel and the other end into the RV grade antifreeze we picked up earlier. Now you're just going to turn on the water pump. Starting step 6, this is an important one that we are going to repeat a good few times. Let's start with the galley sink. So going over to the galley sink, we are going to turn on the water fixture, but we're going to make sure the faucet is in the cold position. We are going to let this fixture run until we start to see that colored antifreeze coming out of the faucet. As soon as we see the colored antifreeze come out of the faucet, we are going to switch it to the hot water. But an important note, make sure the actual hot water is turned off. We just want the fixture to be in the hot position, but the hot water is going to be turned off. Again, when we're in that hot water position, once we see the colored antifreeze coming out of the faucet, that's our signal to stop. Okay, so like I said, I am not actually able to winterize this vehicle because we still need it here in the South where it never gets cold. However, using movie magic, I'm going to show you what that would look like. So, like mentioned, we need to make sure we start off in the cold position on the faucet. So, I'm going to undo this, and now we're going to wait for the water. Yeah, that's real looking water, guys. And oh my gosh, antifreeze is coming out. Okay, so that's good. We're gonna now switch this to the hot position. Again, we are not actually turning on the hot water system. We are just turning this faucet selector from cold to hot. We are not actually going to turn on the hot water in the vehicle. Now, we're gonna turn this on. And again, wow, look at this really realistic water that is coming out of the faucet. That's some high quality stuff. Oh my gosh, now it's antifreeze. And so now this is good to go, and we're gonna shut that off. Your times may vary from mine, so don't worry if it takes a little bit longer than that. That's how it's gonna happen. Now, after you have confirmed antifreeze at the galley sink, you need to repeat that process across every water fixture in the vehicle. That's gonna include your shower, which again is gonna have cold and hot, you need to confirm. Your toilet, no hot water with your toilet, don't worry about it. Your lavatory sink, which has cold and hot water, and then your external shower, which has cold and hot water. You need to confirm the presence of antifreeze at every one of these fixtures in both cold and hot, if applicable. Now, once we have completed step 6 across all those various fixtures, we want to shut off our water pump. Next, we are going to completely drain and empty our gray water tank, and then make sure we close that tank back up when we're done. We will then take our antifreeze into the truck and pour half a gallon of antifreeze into the galley and lavatory sinks. Additionally, we are going to pour half a gallon into the shower basin, so the shower drain down by your feet. Lastly, we are going to completely drain the freshwater tank using the freshwater drain valve. Congratulations, you're winterized. A couple really important things to consider while you're doing this process. Pay very close attention to the levels of the antifreeze as you are siphoning it into the vehicle. We don't want the pumps to run dry. Additionally, if your plumbing system is not primed and ready to go, it's not going to be able to pull the antifreeze into your HILT. If that's the case, prime the system with fresh water and then try again. Really big one here, do not add antifreeze into the freshwater tank. I had mentioned how important it is that you do not put antifreeze in your freshwater tank. However, you only have one external port on your GXV HILT to get liquids into the vehicle. This is the importance of turning that selector from any of the other settings to the winterize/sanitize setting. When you turn this dial down here to the winterize and sanitize setting, this port is actually going to completely bypass your freshwater tanks. This is how we get antifreeze into the GXV HILT without getting it into the freshwater tank. That's why it is really, really important and absolutely necessary that you turn that knob to the correct position, because we do not want antifreeze in your fresh tanks. If you wanted to fill up your HILT with water or use your fresh water, you would turn this knob into the desired position for that. But for the winterizing and sanitizing process, we want to make sure that selector is in the correct position, allowing this port to bypass your freshwater tanks. Now, let's spend a little bit of time here at the end going over the heating pads that are equipped on the HILT for your fresh and gray water tanks. Both your freshwater and gray water tanks are equipped with heating pads to keep the liquid in them above freezing if you are in colder environments. A result of this is that if you are camping, exploring, operating in pretty cold environments, you might notice a little bit of power drain from your InPower system. This is totally normal. Also, don't worry, the InPower system doesn't even need to be turned on for these heating pads to operate. They pull directly from your batteries. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this was able to help you guys out. Like always, if there is anything you guys want to see us cover, you want to see us go over, please just leave a comment, let me know. I read all the comments. None of you have been mean to me so far. That's okay if you are. But seriously, anything you guys want to see, just comment down below. Please like, subscribe, look out for more episodes of this show or other things we might be working on here on YouTube. We are really excited about YouTube going into 2026. I'm Harrison for Storyteller, and thank you guys for watching.